I too have a love like Logan for the people of Taiwan. I grew up there as a child for 2 years.
You did a really good job, probably better than the rest of the planet at keeping COVID away from you guys.
So it made me kind of sad when I heard that darn COVID-19 had snuck its way into Taiwan.
Once it's out, you've seen, it's hard to go back. My advice for you would be...
请坐，请坐。Taiwan was a COVID success story, but now it is facing its first pandemic outbreak. We're going to be talking about the large success of Taiwan, its encouragement globally, and advice to continue on this breakout. First, guys, I'm Logan, and welcome to 米浆 News.
这是米浆新闻，世界上最好喝的新闻台 ，bringing you the most unprofessional, unreliable news source. 米浆话最。
This is a story of Taiwan's colossal COVID-19 victory. Taiwan was one of the first nations to recognize COVID-19 as being a global threat. Despite being one of the first countries in the world to have COVID-19, they quickly got the problem under control and became one of the safest places in the world against the virus.
It's a country with 23.7 million people, so a large population, larger than you might expect, that has had 7 deaths and just 451 COVID cases by mid-July. So Taiwan has been ready for a pandemic for more than a decade.
And remarkably, they did really, really well. Can you tell me how that impacted Taiwan?
100 days without community transmission. 200 days without a single new case of the Wuhan virus.
Taiwan, now being a world leader in COVID success, donated over 50 million masks and other supplies to help other struggling nations. Although practically free from COVID for over a year and a half, Taiwan finally got its first pandemic outbreak early in May 2021.
今天我们有新增了245例COVID-19 的确诊，240例是本土，5例是境外引入。
With pressure and demand, the government quickly shut down areas, set up many protective pandemic laws, and have been working with the people to put an end to COVID in Taiwan. Although Taiwan is currently facing this pandemic right now, people are still standing strong, standing proud, but I think everyone should also remember the victory in the past and what we've overcome and what we've achieved. Everyone should be patting themselves on the backs right now and reminding themselves that there is still a future, that Taiwan has succeeded before and it will succeed again. So I have asked a few people at home to give their response to this outbreak, their encouragement, and their advice.
Hi, my name is Layne Barker. I'm a family physician here in the States. I live in the same neighborhood as Logan did growing up, and a friend of his. He asked me if I would mention some of the challenges that we have been facing in the pandemic that you now in Taiwan are facing. I too have a love like Logan for the people of Taiwan. I grew up there as a child for 2 years. I was with my father in Tainan, and so I do understand some of the culture there, love the food and other things like that. Early in the pandemic, Taiwan did it right. You shut down, you screened well, you used the masks. We didn't know about the mask effectiveness until after the data showed some of it, but you were early adopters and it showed. You've had some great success up until lately when apparently it got, and now you've had an outbreak. And we too had low-grade infections up until about the end of October, a holiday that we call Halloween. We got a little complacent, and the virus was released in bigger numbers among us, and I think that's what's happening with you now as well. Once it's out, you've seen, it's hard to go back. My advice for you would be obviously listen to your health CDC agencies that are there to protect you. You've used the mask, you use contact tracing, all of which have been effective. I would recommend to protect your elderly, protect those that have health conditions, because they will be more susceptible to the effects of the virus. Stay outdoors and do things outdoors as much as you can. Being inside, being cooped up and isolated also has psychological effects, and so do things with your family outdoors where it's safer, where you can use masks as well as be outdoors. And then finally, when you do get a chance to get vaccinated, please get vaccinated. It will give you hope. I've been able to be vaccinated, and I have antibodies now. Unfortunately, you need those antibodies, and you don't have access to the vaccine from what I've read that you need. And so hopefully as you are able to get that, please take advantage of it. And good luck. Our prayers are with you and the Taiwan people. Thank you.
The United States has had over 32 million cases of COVID and almost 600,000 deaths. And yet Taiwan has really done a fantastic job. Like, you haven't had to worry about it for the past 14 months. So it made me kind of sad when I heard that darn COVID-19 had snuck its way into Taiwan. So I just wanted to give you a little word of encouragement. You know, Taiwan has done such a great job. I mean, in the beginning, they made people quarantine. They shut down the borders. They really stamped it out and got rid of cases. And I think you guys went for months and months and months without any native cases. So to hear that you have it now is sad, but don't give up. You know, hang in there. Taiwan did a great job in the beginning, and I'm sure they'll do a great job now. Just make sure that you keep social distancing and you wear your mask. That's really worked here. You know, I had COVID, I survived, and now I'm fully vaccinated, and hopefully Taiwan and the whole world will get a handle on COVID. And
I heard that the pandemic's kind of breaking out there right now. You're starting to see some more cases. Do not worry. Let me tell you why. You did a really good job, probably better than the rest of the planet, at keeping COVID away from you guys. But it was inevitable that it was coming your way, because you can't outrun a virus. You can gain herd immunity or whatever, but you really can't outrun it. So now that it's at your doorstep, I just want to say, you know what? Do not panic. Do not worry. Follow the guidelines of your local leaders, obviously. One thing that you guys can do is eat clean food. Have a good diet. Take your vitamins. Get sunlight. Do exercise. I know it's going to be difficult because they're probably going to be closing down some of your gyms. Well, there are things that you can do inside the house so that you can make sure that you're getting physical exercise. Open the windows, make sure you get fresh air in. Don't be scared of the air floating around. You're going to be fine. What you need to do is really focus on getting proper nutrition and exercise, okay? Super, super important. I myself have been applying this. COVID actually came through our house. Because our bodies were healthy, I do feel it played a part in allowing us to overcome it so easily. So the main point of this video is not to kiss up to you guys, is not to bring in the views. The main point is I want to reach out to you and tell you, people like myself, people in America and other countries, know what Taiwan is now facing. They also know the big success that Taiwan has had. These are people that want to lift up their voices and give encouragement and love to Taiwan. I sincerely love you guys, and I hope everyone is safe during this pandemic right now. It's scary. I'm at home right now, crowded in this little room with the green screen. Let's raise a glass of mijiang and let's fight Taiwan. Well, Taiwan, 加油. 那个是我的意思. For the next video, I want to talk about vaccines. What do you guys think about the vaccine? Otherwise, guys, I think you all know what to say. 喝一杯，快乐一杯，米浆万岁. Speaking of gym, if you'd like to see my gym, come with me. We'll go check it out. So there you have it. This is my gym, and I just want you guys to know that even if you don't have something like this, you can do your part by taking care of your body first, okay? Get the exercise you need, eat the food you need, take your vitamins, and be safe out there, Taiwan.